Hey there, YouTube. What's going on? We have a sense of emergency to this video. Now, usually I got this phone propped up or I'm recording on my computer, but I really felt that this video needs to be made because there are so many things that are happening right now that are bad. But there's also many good things that are happening. And I do believe the good things that are happening right now are being used as a distraction from the bad things that are happening. Now, as you know, the Roe versus Wade was overturned in the federal court. And this does not mean that it's banning abortions at all. In certain states, it means that it's banning abortions because prior to Roe versus Wade being set into federal law, these states that it's illegal in now, it was illegal in back before it went into play. And so that's the good thing that's happening. And many libtards are pissed about this. They're so pissed about it because they like to kill their kids. Plain and simple. Now, not all of them are mad because of this. Some of these people actually do believe that it's a woman's right to, kill their baby, before a certain time or whatever. And I used to be one of those people. No longer am I one of those people. I've, asked God for forgiveness, and He's been so kind to forgive me and accept me into His kingdom. But here nor there, the Roe versus Wade ruling or decision just recently is being used as a distraction from the gun-grabbing neocons that are voting with these Democrats to subvert the Constitution, to usurp the rules and rights set into play by the Bill of Rights. And those rights have been granted to us by God. Freedom of speech, right to bear arms, freedom of private, the right to private property, the right to privacy, unless reasonable suspicion or reasonable suspicion causes them to be able to search you. Anyway, a bill was just signed by Senate and the House, so legislature and Congress. That's going to change the age for the allowance of buying firearms, change the amount of bullets you're allowed to have in a magazine with your firearms, change the types of firearms that you're allowed to have. And this is so unconstitutional, and the sense of urgency is not in my voice right now. I'm very late. I just got on eating. I'm tired. We were out jet skiing all day, but the urgency is imminent. It is crazy. Like this is nuts. What's going on here? Okay. In these blue cities, murders are happening like crazy. Flint, the city of Flint is horrible. The city of Chicago is horrible. The city of Detroit is horrible. And this is all because of liberal policy. And I can't even really say it's a liberal policy. This is going to be establishment government policy. they unarm areas and make them easy targets for criminals. And then these criminals are free to walk the streets with guns because they have defunded the police, and some of the police are afraid to go in certain areas. It's that simple. I bit my tongue so many times the past couple of days, it hurts to talk right now, actually. So they want to disarm you, the law-abiding citizen. They want to disarm the law-abiding citizen. And I hear the ignorance coming out of some of these people's mouths. Not so much this guy right here. If you can see that right there, that's Alex Jones. But not out of Alex's mouth, but some of these right-wing alternative media people are saying that these people are idiots. Don't they realize that they're going to disarm the law-abiding citizens and only allow criminals to have guns? Yes, they realize that. Of course they realize that. That's why they're doing it. And this new gun law was sprung out of Uvalde, Texas. It was sprung out of the scenario that happened in Uvalde, Texas.
Oh. Can parade little children around while...
We're getting ready to talk about that in a second, too. So this came out of Uvalde, Texas. And then what happened in Uvalde, Texas? A bunch of kids got killed, right? Now, if it weren't for a citizen with a gun, so many more of these kids may have died. The only reason why this shooter was stopped is because of a citizen with a gun. There was a retired Border Patrol agent and I believe a National Guard guy that was off duty or something like that. Two guys went down to a store who just happened to have a couple guns, and they let the people take the guns and go save these kids. Now, based on that argument alone, this bill should not have gone through. But Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham and the usual suspects of the neocon party let it go through. You need to be talking to your representative right now. Well, I guess it's kind of too late, but eventually I do believe this is going to get overturned in Supreme Court because just recently we won with New York and California for gun rights, which is phenomenal. But what's messed up is they even have to go to court for this because our Constitution guarantees the right to bear arms. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed. A well-regulated militia necessary for a free state or whatever. Guaranteed the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. So, and that's obviously not verbatim. That's going on there. That's this whole Roe versus Wade thing is a distraction for that, one. Two, Pride Month, so many of these kids are being exposed to pedophilia during Pride Month. Nothing wrong with gay people. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with somebody who wants to be gay. Whatever. Go do what you got to do. What there is something wrong with is pushing the agenda on our children. And this whole LGBTQ movement, which is actually satanic, is specifically targeting the children. And young children are being exposed to naked men dressed as demon women in these parades around the country, in these pedophile story times. And that's, drag story time, drag queen story time or whatever. And these drag shows, which these men who are dressed as demon women, demon goblins, with fake tits and fake dildos the size of an elephant dick, are rubbing this stuff on these kids' faces, and these kids are giving them money. This is happening. It's not just hearsay. This is happening. This is happening this month right now. As we speak, there's probably some kind of weird transgender thing going on with little kids throwing dollars at these demon goblins. Anyway, there's that going on. And then Biden just announced at, I don't know where he was at, but some meeting he just had, he just announced that a second, get this, a second pandemic is coming. And because there is a second one coming, guess what else is coming? More lockdowns. And guess what else? More mandates. And guess what else? More totalitarian bullcrap. This is the most important one, I believe, right here. Other than the kids. The kids are the most important thing. And we got all month to, well, we got a long time to stop that. We got all month to fight against that. But this one right here is going to affect us most. Individually, like, it's going to affect me. It's going to affect you watching this video. And I'm not affected by the whole tranny thing because my kid, he's not in school. He is homeschooled. I pulled my kid out of the socialist transgender indoctrination camp and teaching him at home. Now, I will not subside or give in to this movement. Neither should you. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest way to defeat this is by not giving into it. Saying, no, I'm not going to do it. Like with your guns, when they become illegal, you better not give them up. And if you do, you're just as bad as the ones who made the laws to take them. The stuff that Biden just announced with the whole new pandemic that's coming around the corner, which, how does he know that, first of all, right? There's your first question. How does he know that? Well, they all know it. This has all been planned, just like the last one. It was planned. This is going to further usher in this martial LAW. And if you give into it, you're just as bad as the ones who are pushing it. You're just as bad as Klaus Schwab from Davos. You're just as bad as that senile old puppet we have in office right now. And so they know this is coming. They're announcing it. Once again, they're announcing it. And we're going to be called conspiracy theorists for warning you about it until it's here. Then the news is going to switch to something else while we're locked up in our homes. The news is going to switch to some other subject while we're locked up in our homes. And you're going to forget that we told you about this way before it happened. Now, what's coming up in November? Think about this. What's coming up in November? Yeah. Midterms. Midterms are coming up. This is the time when you people must get out and you must vote for the most constitutional candidate that you can vote for. And this whole lesser of two evils, yeah, we might have to do something like that until we get this right. Some of these people that Trump endorsed, they're not great, nor are they good. They're just as bad as Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. But we kind of have to do what we have to do until it comes down to it. So until then, you must resist. You have to resist this. And if you don't resist it, you're just as bad as the ones who are trying to push us into it. Please resist. God bless you. God bless America. Stay happy. Most importantly, stay free.